Alec Baldwin has officially been charged with involuntary manslaughter in the deadly shooting on the set of that Western movie, Rust. A weapons specialist was also charged. New documents filed yesterday allege there were more than a dozen safety violations in the hours leading up to the death of cinematographer Halyna Hutchins. That was back in 2021. Our Kris Van Cleave takes a look through the charges.
The newly released charging documents accuse some on the movie set Rust of operating with what prosecutors called a pattern of criminal disregard for safety, justifying the involuntary manslaughter charges.
I turned and I went like this to see him, and she was there, and the gun went off.
The court documents allege Alec Baldwin missed required firearms training before filming began, and when given his own session on set, was distracted by talking on his cell phone to his family during the training.
I was the one holding the gun, yeah.
Okay.
Prosecutors say images from the moments leading up to the shooting that killed cinematographer Halyna Hutchins show Baldwin's finger on the trigger. Baldwin denied pulling the trigger to ABC News.
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them, never.
But an FBI forensic review cited in the formal charges found the trigger had to be pulled for the gun to fire.
I'm the armorer.
Armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed oversaw the weapons on set. She also faces involuntary manslaughter charges. Prosecutors say Gutierrez-Reed did not do standard safety protocols by failing to show Baldwin there were no live rounds in the firearm and by leaving the church set while he was using the weapon in close proximity to the cast and crew. Gutierrez-Reed's attorneys called the charges a complete misunderstanding of the facts. Baldwin's lawyers called them a terrible miscarriage of justice.
This hits home for Alec Baldwin indeed. He is facing real legal jeopardy.
CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman says Baldwin faces two alternative charges of involuntary manslaughter. One could carry a maximum of 18 months in jail, while the other could carry a mandatory minimum of 5 years in prison.
That's one mighty roll of the dice if you go to trial.
If the cases go to trial and the jury convicts either defendant, they will decide which charge applies. A judge will now decide if there's sufficient evidence to proceed. For CBS Mornings, I'm Kris Van Cleave in Los Angeles.